Everybody wants to know who the Giants are going to go with, who they're going to pick with the 5th overall pick in the draft. Now, Jeremiah Love's name's been thrown around a ton, and I've said it here on the podcast. I like Jeremiah Love a lot. Now, I've also heard the opinion that when a team picks a running back so high, example Raiders, that season they're not very good. They really didn't improve all that much. And the Giants have Tracy, Singletary, Scatterboo. I get it. I believe Love is the best out of the 4 of those guys. Well, out of the 3 of those guys, but including Love, I believe Love is the best player out of those guys. But I understand in not taking a running back with that 5th pick. Am I going to be upset if they take Love? No, because look at the coaching staff we have. I trust them right now. I do. This is the first time in years I can ever say that. But I don't think, and a lot of people don't think that's the direction for the Giants to go. Sonny Styles, Caleb Downs. Maybe if you trade down a little bit, you could get a corner with that 9th pick. Or if somehow Styles or Downs falls to 8 or 9, and that's where you trade down to, you could grab your guy there while accumulating more picks in that scenario. Well, the Giants, they need to improve this interior line. They can't be done. They can't be done. And I want to talk about the top interior lineman in the draft. Now, I apologize if I butcher his name, but we're going to go over his numbers. Olai Vega Ion. What a name. Overall grade for Penn State, 80. 80 overall grade. That he's ranked, according to PFF, the 13th rated guard in college football. Pass block grade, 87. And run block grade, 78.6. Now, I don't think you pick him. You go and grab him at 5. I don't think that's your pick at 5. Unless you're really convicted about this player, don't think the Giants should go and pick him at 5. Now, if you're able to fall lower into the draft, and if you're able to fall to 9 or a little further and accumulate a bunch of assets, right? Then I think Ione's in play. And if you were to go get a guy to put at guard, this is the guy to go and get. But it gets a little sticky here. It gets a little weird because it's like, okay, you really don't want to pick him at 9. I saw a mock draft of him going 15 overall. You don't want to pick him at 9. I'd rather still go with, a corner at that spot. If Downs or Styles, which don't think that, especially Styles, don't think he'll be available that low. But if the Giants were to trade down, this is a guy that I would keep an eye on. Very good. The best guard in the draft. Now, if he's not in play for the Giants, well, the Giants are showing interest in 2 other guards, 2 of the other top guards in this draft. And first name we're going to go over is Chase Basantis. Now, Chase, 62.4 overall PFF grade, 70.7 pass block grade, 62.7 run block. Out of the 3 players that we're covering here in this video, in Ione, Basantis, and the other one, Chase is probably the one that I'm least excited about. Right? Obviously, you could see his numbers, not the best, but he played in 795 snaps. Ione played in 615, I believe. So Basantis has played more last year, almost 200 more snaps, and allowed 1 sack. Only allowed 1 sack. 8 penalties, though, but which he's got to get better. He's one of the worst in the freaking nation amongst guards. Right? I don't like that number. But 1 sack allowed. So okay pass blocker, not as good as Ione, but if the Giants, if they really feel that Basantis is worth taking with the 37th pick, we have to keep this in mind. They have to address the interior line. They have to. And if these other two players, Ione and the other one we're going to cover, if they're taken by pick 37, you need to improve the interior line. You have to take Chase at that point, I think. Because your next pick, I believe, isn't until 105. And Chase will be gone by then. So there's no waiting with this player. One of the better guards in the draft. You're going to have to take him at 37 if he's there. Because you need to improve this interior line. You have to. Big boy, 6'5", 315. But the other one who I'm very excited about, if he were to go this low, which I believe he could go to 37. Keon Rutled from Georgia Tech. 76.6 overall grade, 77.6 pass block, 77.1 run block. One of the better guards in the draft, one of the better guards in the nation. Now, if we go further down, he's played in 801 offensive snaps, 5 penalties, 0 sacks allowed for Keon Rutled. If he's there at 37, you grab him at 37. But that's without hesitation. If he's there at 37, he's better than Chase. If he's there at 37, you go and take Keon Rutled. But the Giants are showing interest, a lot of strong interest in Rutled and Chase. But if Rutled is there, personally, me, I want the Giants going and taking Rutled. Ione's not going to be there. He won't be there that far. He'll go in the first round somewhere. But another player the Giants are looking into, who they met with, Casey Concepcion. Now, last year for Texas A&M, 61 grabs, 919 yards, 9 touchdowns. Where is he going to go in the draft? He'll probably go somewhere in the first. Probably later first. I'm seeing some mocks having KC go to, I have this one up right here, going to the Chargers at 22. So, if the Giants were to trade back, you don't take him that high. You don't take him to 9 at 9. If the Giants were to trade back, let's say to 9 or to 8. But it's interesting that they met with him and they met with Carnell Tate too. And he's a guy who would like to play in New York. He's mentioned that before. Which, New Jersey, I know. But Tate, one of the better receivers in the draft, could be a number 1 someday. Not that KC can't. But the Giants are showing some seriousness here in their interest in grabbing a receiver. And I'm not saying they grab a receiver at 5. If anything, they would trade down a little bit to grab a receiver. But if the Giants stay at 5... I think where they're going to go is probably Sonny Styles if they stay at 5, and they need a linebacker. So that would be a really great pick in Sonny Styles. If you could get Sonny Styles at 5, and if you could get Rutled, later, that would be ideal for me. But listen, let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take care.